This is a general overview to the CMS control panel. When you first log into the CMS, what you've got is you get taken to the dashboard. It'll tell you if your browser's out of date, which is always a good idea to keep on top of your browser versions, and it'll actually help with the speed of the CMS as well. It'll also give you an overview of what you've got on the site at the moment. So at the minute there's one post, 25 pages and 2 categories. There's nothing waiting to be approved or okayed. You have got the option also to update WordPress, but to be honest, that's kind of best left to me. To be honest, because I'm going to be doing every sort of 6 months, I'm going to be doing like a spring clean of the site anyway, and update any files that need to be updated, etc., etc. What you've got is you've got then 2 menu systems. One on the left-hand side, which consists of your dashboard, your posts, your Facebook tabs, your media, your pages, your slides, your appearance, users, tools, settings, contact, slideshow and SEO. And you'll notice all of them have a drop down menu that actually leads to the individual pages. You've also got a navigation that goes horizontally across the page, and that's actually there for when you're actually in the view editor. So basically if I go into the site itself, because I'm logged in as an admin, you'll notice that there's a grey bar at the top of the page. Now only you can see that, the end user won't ever see that. It's just so you can get back to the CMS if you just wanted it in one window. But I recommend that you have 2 tabs open, one for the actual site and one for the CMS as well, so you can actually go and see what you've changed in live mode if you like. When you've made any changes in the CMS, always remember to refresh the page. That's the changes won't take hold, because it has to physically load it up and look what it's loading from the back end. So just running through, posts you don't need to worry about at this moment, that's built so if you added a new section in the future. Facebook tabs, there's a separate video on, that's basically general editing of the tabs that get pulled through to Facebook. Your media is basically where you house all the content from your site, so any images that gets uploaded, any PDF documents that get uploaded, a copy of it's always stored into your media library, so if you ever needed to refer back to them or relink to them or go back in time to get one that was deleted by accident, you go into your media library and it's basically just there. You can actually delete things from your library by using the delete permanently and apply. You can unattach. Basically, unattach means the solutions is attached to the services page, and that was the date that it was attached to that page. So if you notice that something's unattached, you can actually delete it because it's just on the system and it's now needed to be. So anything that you see that is unattached, you can actually get rid of if you like. What you can also do from within this section is you can edit an image by selecting the image itself. You've got the option to update the media. You've got the option to edit the image. Now editing the image, you only get very basic options to either crop into the image more, rotate the image, resize the image, and also change the text. The alternate text, which is basically for SEO. So every time you upload an image, you will need to put a alternate text in there, which is basically the same as the title. And it also gives you the file URL if you ever needed to supply that to anybody. You've got the option to add new media to the library, where basically you go to select files, you find the files on your system, hit choose, and then they will insert to the media library. If you insert images straight away into the media library, they're not actually attached to any page, so you will have to go in and actually still edit them and enter them into the pages themselves. Pages, this is basically the main area which you'll be editing. When you click on the pages, you get a list of all the pages that it's on the website. What you've got is your home, your training. Then what you've got is, you'll notice there's a little dash before the following 4 pages. That's to say that these 4 that follow the training sit within the training section of the website. So it's almost like you're putting a subcategory in there. So if we go into a page to edit it now, what you'll see is at the top we've got the option to add a new page. It's also telling me that note there that there's an autosave on this page, which I haven't hit the save button for, which I don't want to do now, so you can ignore that if you want. You've got the option if you want to change the title. You've got the option to add a new image, so for example, say after the U I wanted to insert an image, so I'd click after the U. You've got the option to upload and insert and add media. So you click on that and you get a pop-up menu, which is add media. So you can either add something that you've uploaded to your media gallery previously by clicking media gallery, find the image you want, hit show, and go to insert into post, and that'll basically put the file in the document wherever you add the cursor. You can also add the media by getting it from your computer. So from computer, select the files, choose the file you want and hit choose to upload it, and again when it comes up and it's uploaded you click insert into post and save all changes, and again that will put it into the section itself. What you've got underneath that is the main content editing window. Within that you've got two options on the right hand side, either visual or HTML. If you know a developer or myself, you'll go into it, click HTML and we can add the actual code for the page. But while you're editing it, if you click on, make sure that it's got the visual tab showing up on there. And what you'll see is it'll have all the content for this page displayed underneath it. So what you can do is you can just scroll down, click on the text and edit it yourself. You can add text in it and it works exactly, think of this as like using Microsoft Word. But on the other hand, don't copy and paste anything from Microsoft Word into the system. Microsoft Word and the internet are two totally separate elements, if you like. Anything that's copied from Microsoft Word into this CMS could break the CMS and pull the site down. What you need to do is you need to actually copy and paste it from a plain text editor, so simple text or something like that, or straight from an email. What you can also do is, with that, because this is very important, you've got a number of different options on the toolbar, which I'll come to in a minute, about pasting in and stripping the formatting from Word, because it has its own language. So anyway, the main editor window, you've got your usual sort of text editing, so you've got your bold, italic, your strike through. You can do bullet points, numbered bullet points, and quote. So all you need to do is, to make that a quote text, click on the quote, and it basically gives it the quote settings that are programmed into the system. You've got your usual alignment, and justification. Then next what you've got is you've got two options to link and unlink. If you've got something that's linked and you want to break it, select the link itself and click unlink text. If you wanted to add a link, for example, say we wanted to link person to another page on the website, we'd select person. This also works for an image, so you can select an image and then hit the link tool. This will bring a menu up. Within the menu, what you can do is you can either copy and paste the URL that you want to link to, open it into a new tab or window if you wanted it to, or you can link to existing content. That's basically choosing the page that's on the site. So you can either search for a page that you know exists, or you can just scroll down and you'll find the page you want. So say we wanted person to link to the training page, we'd select training. It'll put the link in there automatically for us. And once we've done that, if we close it and add link, you'll notice we've got a link there. And to remove the link, select it and click the unlink tool. You can add a page break, you can spell check, you can look at this view in full screen if you want. So basically you've got a full page, and that's basically how it appears on the website. So as you can see, we've got rid of all the menu option. Once that's finished, you can actually go to the top of the screen and exit full screen mode, or update and save if you wanted to. So I'll just exit for the time being. It's a lot easier with that view actually if you've got a lot of content on the page. You've also got the option to expand the menu system or hide if you don't want any more. You've also got the option to insert a slideshow if you want. So for example, when we come to do the case studies and the testimonials, we can actually have the slideshow, so you click on that and insert it wherever your mouse is. Then you've got a number of different preset sizes throughout the site. So for example, this heading here is set as a heading 5, and the main body text is set as paragraph. So what you've got is you've got a number of different heading sizes and paragraph and italics set in the menu. So if you just select them, if you're struggling for what sizing to use, if you have a look at a page through the website, and if you see a size you want, go into the CMS, find the page, find the bit of text, select it, and it'll tell you what size it is anyway. You can underline, you can justify, and you can also change the colour of the text if you want as well. Like I said before, we can't copy straight from Word into this document, you have to paste it in specially. So if you copy the text in Word, always use the option with the W in the clipboard, which is basically paste from Word. That tells it then to strip all the formatting out so you can style it up so it works with our website. If you do paste it from Word, don't worry, just select the text and use the rubber tool, because that'll get rid of all the rubbish that Microsoft brings in with it. If you needed to insert a custom character such as a Euro symbol that's not on a lot of keyboards, if you select the horseshoe type shape, you should have every single character you'll ever know, even fractions are in there, European symbols and characters as well, copyright symbols, etc, etc. You've also got a justification and indenter, so say if we wanted that paragraph indented, select that and it'll put it in, or if you select that one and it puts it back. You've also got your undo and your redo. For any more information, there is a help button on there as well. Moving to the right of the page, whenever you've finished any changes to the website, always use the update button to the right hand side. That's basically your save button. So sometimes it'll say publish there, sometimes it'll say update, depending if it is a published website or not. Web page, sorry. You can preview the changes anytime, and you can also delete it anytime. There's also a little calendar there, so you can actually see when the details were published. You can actually schedule in as well, so say I did these changes now but you didn't want it to go live until next week, I could program it to go by selecting on the calendar when I wanted it to go live, but again, that's a little bit overkill at this stage, so try not to focus on that. The WordPress SEO, that's covered off in a separate video. Custom fields, you don't need this at the moment. I'll just basically put that in there for the future. So I'll just skip over that for the time being. And you've got something called page attributes. So page attributes is basically where you tell this page where it should sit in the website. So under the page attributes, this is a training page. So we want the training. So we want it to sit in the training section. So we select the training homepage. And we want to use the training template. Now you'll see there's a number of different things we've got in the drop down there. So if we select training, because it's in the training section, if it was in the support, we'd select the support section. And we'd also put the running order. So say we wanted it second on the list, third on the list, fourth on the list. And that's very important, this, because basically this chooses what template to use for what page, and also where to put it in the navigation system. Underneath that, you've got something called add this. That needs to be left as it is for the time being. And then there's the revisions, which I cover up in the video when things go wrong. Like I said, once everything's been done on the CMS, always go back to the top of the page. In the top right hand corner, you've got your save button. It is automatically set to save every 5 minutes anyway, so if you do something and make a mistake, you can always go back as well using the browser windows. Once the change has been done, like I say, and you've hit the update button, if you go to the website itself and hit the refresh button, it will then see the changes take place. Moving on from the pages section, we have got the slides section, which is covered up in a separate video. But basically, just as an overview, it just lists all the slides that appear in banners throughout the website and all the different settings that you can use. Appearance, that gives you the widgets and the menus, which are covered off in a separate video. Users, again, there's a separate video for that. Tools, which we can do your export of your backup. And finally, the area of settings. This really should be left for me at this stage, where you can actually change how the site is actually read by Google, your analytics, and your reading and writing. So, for example, if I click into the writing section of the website, you'll notice that you've got like the size of the box post, your formatting, and how to post this on social media. So again, it's best to leave this section well alone for the time being. Once you become sort of familiar with the website, then I'll just run through this with you, and it'll become second nature to you anyway. And that's basically a general overview of the CMS system. So if you're used to using Microsoft Word or anything like that, then it'll become sort of second nature once you've had to play about. I always recommend that you should set up a test page within the pages section, just a page so you can actually put a bit of content up, have a bit of a play about. You don't have to publish it, you can just save it as a draft, and then you'll be able to see how the site comes together. So for example, in the drafts, we've got the DDA policy, which I created before. Maybe it's a good one to just go on that. It isn't actually on the website itself, but you can have a play about with that, and then if you do a preview, you can see how your changes would look if the page was live on the site. But with this one, never hit schedule or policy or update, because that'll keep it from the site itself.